All right, what's good, everyone? This is Shard Reviews Tech here, and today I've got a very interesting video. Um, this is the Thrustmaster H.E.A.R.T controller. I was on my way to my local Best Buy. I was going to pick up the recently released PowerA Fusion Pro 4 controller when I saw this available online. They had one in stock, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for it. So as far as I could tell, according to all the information I've seen, this controller is not supposed to be available until like November 11th or 12th. So I'm not sure what's going on there. There's really no information about this controller out online. I haven't seen any videos or anything about it, no reviews. There's really even not much on their website. They have a basic page about it. So as far as I'm concerned, you know, probably the first video on the internet about this controller. So I wanted to make a quick one. I'm not going to do too much testing, no polling rate testing or latency or anything like that. I really just wanted to make a super quick video, get this out there so people can know if they're going to be interested in this new release. So this is going to retail for $99.99, kind of going up directly against the Razer Wolverine V3 Pro that just came out, the Fusion Pro 4, which recently came out. It is a wired controller. H.E.A.R.T is supposed to stand for like Hall effect, accurate technology, something like that. Essentially, Thrustmaster's marketing team had to figure out a way to get paid. That's just Hall effect sticks. It's also got mechanical buttons, which I'm very curious to test out. I'm not typically a big fan of mechanical buttons, particularly the Wolverine V1, V2, V3. The V1 I liked a little bit more, but the V2, V3 I found them to be very stiff, especially if you play fighting games or anything with on pad. Pressing those all day makes your thumb hurt. And I'm by no means a weak individual, but yeah, too stiff. I'm not sure why people like them. I know a lot of people bind their buttons to paddles or things like that. But yeah, too stiff. So I'm curious to see how the implementation is. So let's go ahead and get started. I did open it up because there was a Xbox code in there I just took out, but otherwise this is exactly how it's going to be when you open it up. So you've just got the controller right here. You've got some papers, manuals, usual. Get that out of here. And then in this little slot right here, you will have your cable. Let's get that out. Pretty standard braided USB-A to USB-C cable. Feels decent. But again, let's get to the main attraction. Get this out of here. So here it is. This is the H.E.A.R.T controller. Already, I'm a big fan of this black and white design. It actually matches my setup perfectly, so that is cool. It is pretty light. Build quality wise, for a wired controller, I think it feels pretty standard. Let's see how it feels. Similar to a standard Xbox Series controller. I've actually got one here for direct comparison. I do like the standard Series controller a lot compared to third parties. I just think the buttons and things feel pretty good. Everything feels tight. I think the main thing this is missing is paddles. So let's take a look and see how this compares. D-pad is mechanical. I'd definitely say a little bit quieter. I do like how smooth this part is. Diagonals feel pretty nice, actually. Some people might find this to be a little slippery, I think, but pretty nice. Let's see how the sticks feel. Sticks feel tight. I like this rubber. Let's take a look. Yeah, I do like how the little divot point here feels. Thumb rests in there pretty nicely. Stick tension's good. It's got some friction rings on there. Take a look at the face buttons. Pretty quiet, especially for mechanical buttons. And pretty light actuation. I actually like how these feel a lot better than the Wolverine controllers. Very light. You can definitely mash these easily and your hand wouldn't get tired. All the rest of the buttons are mechanical as well. Okay, pretty nice feeling so far. Got the triggers. I will say, curious omission here. There are no trigger stops on this controller. So if you care about trigger stops, yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. I don't know why they would leave that out. I feel like that's pretty standard on really any pro controller, Hall Effect controller with paddles above, you know, like $50. So that is an interesting omission. I don't particularly care about that too much. I don't usually play FPS games on controller, but if you do care about that, I will say that's interesting that they left that out and probably look at some other options. Triggers feel all right. They're a little, I don't know, a little weirdly angular, and also do not have that dampened feel that the series controllers have. These triggers just feel so nice, especially at full press. Then when you come to this one, it's a little scratchy, a little angular. I wish there was a little bit more surface area right here. Bumpers are all right. They've got that mechanical feel. A little comparable to these bumpers, but yeah, they're actually pretty similar. They're a little shallow comparatively, but not too bad. I will say pressing all these, I mean, this is a wired controller, so they're usually lighter feeling. I think the build could be a little bit better. I'm not unhappy with the feel of all of these, but comparing it to the standard series, which is often on sale for like $45, I think it just feels, especially the triggers, just feels really good in the hand. When you pick this up, it is just a little cheaper feeling, I think, for the price. Let's take a look at the back. So another curious omission, only 2 paddles, and they are in the center. Now, I only use my paddles exclusively for clicking the sticks because I just despise constantly sprinting and pressing this in. I think it's terrible. So personally, that's cool for me, but I know a lot of people want 4 paddles so they can rebind all 4 of their face buttons and basically never use their face buttons. So that's an interesting choice, kind of like the DualSense Edge. I actually don't mind it, and I think it's nice that they're a little out of the way so you can really just grip the controller. And it's really not too hard to just move your middle finger over a little bit. They feel pretty decent to press. They do have a nice little kind of slope coming out there. So your middle finger can kind of just slide right in, click it pretty easily. They've got a nice tactile feel like the rest of the buttons. Interesting. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so I'm gonna get into using this. This was just a quick video, just to take a look, get it out there, get it into the wild. Maybe I'll make some follow-ups or something if people are interested. I know there's a software. I'm not sure if you can like unlock the polling rate or in there or anything. I'm just assuming this is like 250 hertz locked like most third-party Xbox controllers. But being that I will be playing on PC, maybe there's an option to adjust that. I do know that's in the software as well. You can like customize this little strip here. This is an RGB strip. You can change the colors of and all your usual button remapping and stuff. So yeah, it's just a quick one to get out there in the wild. If people want to follow up, maybe I'll do a follow up. But yeah, that is the Thrustmaster H.E.A.R.T controller. Thanks for watching.